can't express how beautiful and energetic it has been for me meeting a landowner of this nation, of Navajo Nation, and coming to their ancestral land to understand the anthropology and the knowledge that they have accumulated to build and master one of the most incredible architectural and archaeological sites on the planet, a Chaco Puebla landowners, or the Indians of New Mexico of United States. I am humbling experience for me meeting and knowing the hardship that goes into to live out here, and we don't understand that very fact of life, the reality. All we are doing is living on a fiction, on stories, on unknown illusions of the world that we have created around us in terms of means of religion, politics, commerce, and our egoistic behavior. Ourselves we have elevated so far above the ground that we have forgotten that we belong here on this earth. We have elevated ourselves to be competitive against each other, but not for each other's wellness and for the good. We have gone so far from what was so simple in life and what was so real in life to what is so artificial and so temporary. As I walk this ancestral land of Pueblo Indian here in Chaco Canyons, I wanted to share my experience and the feeling of connection to the part of this earth. And every moment I walk through this earth, I don't read books, I don't take texts and information from anywhere. My words don't come from anyone else and watching movies or television programs and that I leave for the Hollywood out on the West Coast in California. They can do all those fictional and stories to suit the current value systems or the current values of the world and the society as a whole, to make money for very few individuals. But I want to bring out a message even greater than that. Making money is not all about our life and how to sustain and how to protect our life going forward for the children of ourselves and children of our children. All that will be on our actions that we take today. Those actions that we have to take today are very important. Our leaders are flying all to a grand scale event in Paris to protect our environment and to reduce our carbon emissions because of our own ignorance and uninterested attitude towards protecting our nature. And again, who are we to understand about the nature's imbalance? The science, the knowledge that we have is to the current known elements of information put together by combined populations of the world. Yes, doing something now is better than doing nothing and not taking an important interest in saving our planet and our nature and our habitat and our way of life, and particularly the future of our little children and our children's children and all the life that exists after our existence here that is very temporary. We mustn't forget that nature gives us everything. That sun is living for us. And all we have to do is actually, there's abundance of energy, abundance of light, abundance of heat that we could use to generate energy, the power, the electricity, the sources of life is dependent on that solar system, the sun that we call it. The greatest life on earth comes from that sun that brought daylight, that brings us amazing amount of energy for individual, every one of us. As the sun sets out there in the western hemisphere, or the western region of our world, that same sun will rise, or the earth's rotation will make the sun seems it's rising from the east. It's all what we have relate ourselves to in life. What we really need to relate ourselves is a reality of our lives, every moment of our lives, and bring about a value system that we can sustain going forward for all humanity and upgrade the human lives for all equally, and share that knowledge without endangering or harming one another in terms of religion, an unknown world that we have created through our own scripts of writing. There are no powers that exist more than our own good that we do for each other as human beings. And the greatest force that we have for all of us is our honesty and our trust and our truth and our reality of life, and walking on this earth as human beings, as a living, temporarily living matter on this earth, and to try and understand how to embrace the good for all living, all the living matter that exists on this planet that gives us life. From here in Chaco, the Navajo Nation, and the nation that has given us so much knowledge to take it with us to our homeland, to our people. I want to say thank you, and I'm touched, and I've learned so much in these 24 hours. I hope we as human beings collectively come together to care for each other, for the good and the betterness of us all, without destroying, but just constructing each other's lives to live a harmonious and a peaceful and a very beautiful future for us all, with a balance with our nature incorporated into our lives on a daily basis, and being mindful for each of our actions that we take and each of our thoughts that we process individually. Each one of those thoughts should be constructively processed for the peace and the harmonious world for us all. Thank you.